Hello guys, what's up? This is Murtaza. Welcome back to Coder's Journey. This is the next episode of our SQL tutorial. In this episode, I want to talk about the select into statement and its many usages. And let's start with a simple example because I think that through examples you can better understand what SQL select into is all about. So basically the first example that I'm going to show you with select into is to create a backup copy of a table. So the first usage of select into is when you want to copy the data of one table into another table, right? So suppose that for some reason you want to create a backup of the data you have in this customers table. So in order to do that, I am going to create a query, and in order to copy all of the fields, all of the columns from the source table, right, into our new destination table, I'm going to say select, right, star, right, into, let's say, customers backup from dbo.customers. So as you can see, I am selecting every field from customers, DBO customers, and I am pasting those fields with their data into a new table called customers backup. So let me run this. As you can see, it says 92 rows affected, and if I come here and refresh, I can see that a new table has been created, right? And I can see that I've got all of the columns, and I can also select top 1000 rows, and in the output, right, I see the records which were copied from my source table, customers to customers backup. So let me close this, yeah, and then I'm gonna drop this table. Let me say drop table dbo.customers backup. So I'm gonna drop it. So drop basically means to delete. I can highlight this, and then I can click this, and it will run only this line of code that I have selected. And if I refresh here, I can see that the backup table is gone. So you can also instead of just copying everything, you can select the columns that you want. So for example, suppose I want the customer ID and customer name. Basically, I can say customer ID and customer name from customers, and then copy them into the backup table. So you don't need to copy everything. You can select the columns that you want, right? Let me drop it one more time. I can also select a subset of records. So I can select a subset of fields. I can also select a subset of records. So for example, I can say where for example, we have country, right? Where country equals, let's say, USA. And then I'm gonna run, and here if I select the 1000 rows, I can see in the output that I have only 13 rows, right? So these are the customers who are located in the USA. Let me drop it one more time. Let me close this. Let me drop the table one more time. Right. And something else that I can do with select into is to create a new and empty table, but use the schema of this source table. So basically, so far we have seen that with select into we can copy the records and we can filter, you know, the records as well as the fields. But if I want to make a copy of this table, of this customers table, the source table, without copying over the fields or the records, I mean, just using the schema, right? I want to create a new table without the data. This is also very simple to do. So I'm gonna select one more time from customers, right? And I am going to put a condition here which is never true. So I am going to copy everything into this new table where 1 equals 0. So no records will be, you know, copied over, will be inserted, but the schema of this will be, you know, copied for the new table. So if I refresh, you can see that I've got the columns, and hopefully, let's see if here we've got any constraints. No, here we don't have any constraint, but we have an index, right? Let's see if we've got the index as well. No, no indexes, just the columns, right? And if I select the 1000 rows, I can see that there are no rows here. So basically, using this, I have only copied the schema of my source table. So these are some of the usages of, you know, selecting to, basically to make a copy, make a backup of your tables. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If that's the case, make sure you give it a like and also stay tuned for the next one.